big reason why they won was from the heck room.
So we're gonna be heading into this second pick ban phase. Once again, the sides have been switched, so I think we are gonna see a bit of a change, especially for the side of Ram Ranchers. They're definitely gonna want to change things up a little bit in this draft after they drop the game. So we're gonna see Ari once again banned out. Definitely pretty typical. I don't think that we're gonna see Ari in the series at all. Juno is just too good at it, as well as Rengar, honestly.
And the Orn. Who's the they? I remember they first banned the Orn last game too.
Yeah, they're kind of scared of Dylan's Ornn, I think. Dylan has played a lot of Ornn games. We're gonna see the Nautilus actually get banned out here, so a bit of a change in the draft here already for Ram Ranchers, as they're gonna ban out that Nautilus top, who proved to be really valuable in this last game.
Oh, and no Hecarim ban is going to come out. I mean, I disagree with that. I think maybe the Nautilus or the Rammus ban should have been for Hecarim instead, but I definitely think.
I would rather probably play against Chad's Rammus than his Hecarim, but maybe it's just the fact that Ram Ranchers know something about their own comp that we don't, and maybe they really don't want that Rammus there for some extra
build armor
damage.
because I believe a lot of his damage scalings from his abilities are from building armor. So if you just build a magic damage team comp like they have done with the Karthus first pick, I believe it's to the jungle. I could be wrong, but if they just pick a full magic team, then that could just counter the Rammus nicely. Maybe it's just because the Rammus is too tanky, too fast. Not sure, but
Well, yeah.
I think more respect should have been put on the Hecarim.
Chad did beat Ram Ranchers on the Hecarim in their last game. We're gonna see Veigar actually picked up again. So instead of a champion like Orianna or someone else that Juno has played,
Yeah, I mean, guys,
playing the Veigar instead.
He fooled by the 1-5 stat line from Juno last game. He still had the second most damage in the game after the Silas.
Something we didn't really touch upon that much is that Karthus was locked in for Kieran in the jungle. Karthus did get a little bit of a nerf in a couple patches ago, but it looks like
going to be picked up again. We see the Graves cover there, but he decided to go with the Hecarim instead.
Yeah, definitely going for some more of that comfort pick for Chad, especially.
Yeah,
going back to his roots
he
a
has
little
been
bit.
playing a lot lately.
So it's gonna be Karthus versus Hecarim in the jungle. I don't really know how that matchup works out. I do know that Karthus really wants to farm and get to 6 as fast as possible. So I'm expecting a lot of that. We're gonna see Silas picked up again by the side of Ram Rancher. Is gonna be going towards Lucas Holland in that mid lane probably once again. And a Vayne pick here for Ram Ranchers. I mean, that's probably going to be going towards Max. Did play that Vayne a little bit earlier. Jinx once again picked up by the side of Cool Kids Club. Going to be playing that champion that he knows and loves very well. Eric and Chad getting some comfort here. But this Vayne pickup here by the side of Ram Ranchers is going to be pretty interesting. Going to be probably going towards Max in the 80 carry role. Could go top, but not expecting Dylan to really pull out the Vayne. But it's going to be very interesting to see how this Vayne manages to scale up. It looks like so far Ram Ranchers have picked a very high scaling comp with this Karthus, Vayne, and Silas.
I think what the Hecarim should try to do this game is try to exert dominance on this Karthus, whether he's ganking, whether when the Karthus is ganking, try to counter gank or invade his jungles on the blue side. I think that's what's really important early on because you really don't want this Karthus to get ahead and just press ulti like every 2 minutes.
So we see Soraka and Leona banned on the side of Cool Kids Club. Again, we know that Dylan is very good at the Soraka top lane pickup, has played it a lot of times in the past, and recently got a buff, so definitely important to take one of his other champions away. And as well, we see Leona ban against Tall, as we saw in the last game. For the side of Cool Kids Club, we see Darius and Lissandra. So a new Lissandra ban. So we're not going to see Nautilus or Lissandra, two champions that we saw with heavy engage that we saw in the last game. So we're going to see Thresh picked up here for Jack. He did get that first early pickup here. And we will see what the rest of Ram Ranchers decide to round their comp out with.
I mean, this comp is looking very similar to the last game. It's the same champions from the side of Cool Kids Club.
There are differences, of course, that the Nautilus and Lissandra were taken away. Jack is gonna be playing the Thresh instead, but we do see Morgana early picked up for Tall. Gonna be a good counter against the Thresh just with the Black Shield. And York is going to be picked up again. Actually picked up blind. I do think there are a couple champions that can counter York if played correctly on the side of
And
Ram
the
Ranchers.
Gangplank is actually going to be louder. I did believe Gangplank was buffed in this recent
I think
match.
Yasuo could actually go pretty well here if they decide to pick it up. We'll be a little bit lacking in tanks, but Macron is definitely really good at that that Yasuo, so might be something
Yeah, I mean,
nice
I think
here.
Hecarim Thresh in the front line is enough.
But it's going to be that Kled picked up for Matt. So Matt Kwan will be playing Kled in the top lane here against this Karthus. Hopefully, we did see Dylan getting pretty heavily pushed, have some pretty heavy pushing power in that late game against the Nautilus. So maybe the Kled will be able to power him out a little bit. Twitch chat, if you can't hear me, if my voice is like a little bit low, just let me know. I'm testing out some new things with the mic right now.
Andrew, I'm rooting for Kuka Club this game.
And why is that, Jeffrey?
Alright, are we gonna predict Souls?
Oh yeah, I'll predict Infernal for this game.
That was my alright, fine, I'll go Mountain.
So I do think that Kulka's Club have a very similar comp as they did before. Nautilus and Thresh serve pretty similar roles to that. Clyde and Thresh serve pretty similar roles to that Nautilus Lissandra that we saw earlier, as just being champions that are really good at engaging and end up having a little bit of durability for them. On the side of Ram Ranchers, however, we have a bit of a different comp, going for a lot more late game scaling. We see Vayne, Silas, Karthus, even Yorick picked up here for the side of Ram Ranchers. They're going to be doing a lot of split pushing, a lot of 1-3-1s, I think, with the Silas and the York, and they're going to be doing a lot of damage when it come really late in the game, which makes sense. I mean, a lot of the game, the last game actually ended up going pretty late, so I'm excited for this one. So we are going to be heading into the spectator delay right now, but Jeffrey, do you have any thoughts about this game or anything else?
I mean, I think if the blue side, the Kuka's Club, executes the fights perfectly like they did last game, I think they could definitely sweep the red side or the blue side. Sorry. So I do think that looking at the last game, it did give me the insight to how much to how how much this the Cookies Club has practiced and how much that has paid off. Because there, as I said, there are dragon fights around dragon, and knowing when to pick up dragon, knowing when to disengage, knowing when to go in for a pick, that's just really outstanding.
Yeah, they have, again, a lot of pick potential here. A little bit less than last game. Of course, Nautilus and Lissandra are better at just like picking individual people out than this Kled. And I guess Thresh just does a good job with that. But the Kled is more like for like a super heavy, I want to go in right now. Let's start a team fight kind of a vibe instead of the Lissandra being like I choose one person to kind of ult and lock down. So I do think that there's a little bit less pick potential on the side of Cook's Club, but I do think that the team fight is a little bit stronger now. So I'm excited to see how this game turns out. We have about a minute left in the spectator delay before we start up. Clyde definitely does a better job against York than the Nautilus did in the last game. Even though we did see Nautilus just have a lot of heavy impact in the game, despite the York just being able to pressure him out. The Kled does a good job. He's able to dash out of that W fairly easily, and also has a lot more early game based health than Nautilus does, just due to the fact that he has a Scar on him. So going to be a very different matchup than we saw in the last game. But Dylan gonna be playing this York. I'm actually gonna check his OPGG to see if he's been playing a lot of York recently.
You're a loser. Normally, when I play jungle and I'm going for a match, I try to look at the matchups in each of my lanes and try to focus on which lane to help the most. And I think that normally I try to help bot because my duo partners are normally top lane, so I try to help bot so they don't get tilted. And I think that Trash should try to do the same because Vayne's pretty strong early game, and he should try to make sure that the Jinx and Thresh doesn't fall behind and get tilted off of the game.
Yeah. So Dylan's played York a couple times in some normal games. I do think this is a champion that he's just recently started to learn and pick up for the THSCS. I do know that Kieran has had a huge impact in kind of just leading this team and trying to get everyone to work together really cohesively, and they've done a really good job so far. But right now, down 1-0, you're going to need 2 straight wins against a team that against the only team that has beaten you so far to manage to get your way into the finals.
Oh,
So I'm surprised.
Rhaegar brought Augment. Did he bring that last game?
Yeah.
Oh, did you say that? Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
I think I said it. I'm not sure though. So yeah, let's take a look at the champ select right at the loading screen right now. Something we didn't mention before, but we'll mention now. 3 skins on the side of Cool Kids Club, while 4 on the side of Ram Ranchers. You see the arc-like synergy here with the York and the Vayne. So basically, I do think Ram Ranchers is significantly.
Not looking good for the red side.
Yeah, 4 skins versus 3. Like, come on, it's basically game over.
Yeah. I mean, they should just call GG like right when they get into the game.
I'm surprised to see Eric's Jinx not actually get a lot of priority here. He's basically mained it and played it in almost every game. He's played MF a few times, but Jinx is definitely his priority. What?
He didn't have that much of an impact last game. So.
I do think he did a lot of damage though, like just in terms of like picking off. I mean, obviously Max had a very high CS difference in his last game, but I do think that the Jinx on Eric is definitely pretty scary, and if you take him off of it, it might be a little bit, he might be not as good on some of his other picks.
I do worry for this. I mean, I do think like this card is like, who is he going to try to ulti? Because the Thresh, Hecarim, and Kled, you know that they're going to be extremely tanky, and I think that when you're ulting, you try to go for the Vhagar and the Jinx. So
well, yeah, probably just anyone who's low health, right?
Huh?
Probably just anyone who's low health to try to finish them off.
Well, yeah, but it's really hard to judge like how much each person has, especially with the Dark Harvest stacks and how much MR. It's really hard to do the calculations, and you just had to.
I definitely agree with that. But I mean, come late game, once you have enough items, like even if you don't manage to finish off the kills with that Karthus ult, you're gonna be able to do a lot of damage there. So we are gonna start off into this game right now. Welcome to Summoner's Rift again, game 2 of the THSCS Semifinals Part 2. Let's see, we actually haven't seen a series go to 3 games so far. So I'm actually surprised. I'm actually interested to see if a series goes the distance. I know Jeffrey doesn't really want that because he wants to go to sleep, but it will be exciting to see if this game actually manages to go to 3 games.
I mean, if there is I hate to say it, but if there is a game that goes to 3 games, it'll probably be this game because first seed against 5th seed, I mean, it's really hard to get a sweep. Oh, we see a pretty similar start pattern again.
So Cool Kids Club are actually going towards this bot lane. Gonna go for an engage. You do have Jack's Thresh here. It's gonna be a 5v3 here. In this.
Did they see that?
Jungle. I don't know if either side saw anyone, but we saw three members stacked. For 3 and 2 members stacked. On either side of the map for Ram Ranchers. A little bit of a different start for them.
What was the point of that? Like, if you're going to go, just stay. But if you're not going, you didn't see anything.
Yeah, maybe they just didn't realize.
They're trying to try to get it. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that the Grace taking his cams definitely left a scar on them, so they're going 5 man to check his red. So.
Yeah, that's smart. I mean, I guess they just really have no idea where Ram Ranchers are at the moment. So despite an early 5-man and probably a better level 1 on the side of Cool Kids Club, they don't end up getting anything out of it, not even a little bit of intel. So right now, I don't think they really know where either jungler is going to be starting. But we're going to see top side starts for both junglers. It looks like we're going to see a bit of a fake leash actually by Eric and Jack. So good job by them to try and confuse the enemy as well. So we're going to see probably just full clears on both sides. I don't think either jungler really wants to try and engage early on. And they just kind of just want to get their farm up early. So
I definitely think that Chad should take the priority. Like I said, you try to pressure this Karthus to not get you ahead. And as a Hecarim, he's a really good gap closer. His E, once he gets in range, his E is going to be huge. And you can see how low Karthus gets just from clearing 3 camps. The Gromp, the Blue, and the Walls. That's it. I mean, his best clears are the Raptors and the Krugs because of the AoE, but still, you can see how low he is.
Oh, shoot. We see a pause here on the side of Ram Ranchers taking the pause this time. Looks like Lucas Holland's having a bit of a lag issue. You know, we don't discriminate here. It's going to take a couple of minutes as he restarts his computer because, you know, we want all of our players to be at their best possible
I
skill.
thought he was gonna restart the game.
No, 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 no. So yeah, right now, game is looking pretty even, obviously, as it just began. But yeah, something interesting I want to see here is this Jinx Morgana. I mean, sorry, Jinx Thresh versus Vayne Morgana. Um, I don't really know. It looks like they both have like two like good pick supports, but better but more late game AD carries on both sides. So this ball is gonna be an interesting matchup here, as we're kind of just hovering over it right now. Let's see. Can I look around the map? I cannot. Well, to everyone watching at home, we're sorry for the delay. You know, things happen here at the THSCS, so we're not in that magic LCS studio with 0 ping. So, you know, we apologize for any delays this has caused, and we hope that you guys are having a good week. Getting ready for Friday tomorrow, and hopefully you guys are excited for the grand finals happening this Saturday.
Oh yeah, it's Friday tomorrow. That's so nice.
We got a lot of surprises coming your way for the grand finals. You guys are definitely not going to miss out on this show. We got a lot of fun games and maybe some show matches or maybe some performances by some people.
Giveaway?
I think I might try to set up some sort of thing. I'm not sure yet.
When is the finals?
On Saturday. Jeffrey, you're more than welcome to come in and guest interview or work on the analyst desk for us.
Oh yeah, you guys definitely don't want to miss the opening ceremonies for that game. I've heard a little bit about it, and
we're not trying to disclose any rumors right now, but you guys definitely don't want to miss out. That's all I'm gonna say.
It just blew my mind when I heard about it. So
I mean, we got some A-list celebrities, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you got him. Like he's really in high demand right now.
I mean, I've just got the magic of the THSCS working for me. You know, this is the power of working together. As members of our school community, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, one of the best. I can't say anything.
Yeah, Jeffrey, don't spoil. But we're really excited about our opening ceremony act, and yeah, you guys definitely want to tune in. Finals are gonna start at 6, and that's when the opening ceremonies and stuff are going to begin. So, yeah, good. We hope that you guys are ready for that and excited for that. So again, Lucas is restarting his computer. We will let you know shortly when that ends. But Jeffrey, how was your day so far? How are you enjoying the stream and how are you just enjoying your day today?
It's fine. I mean, it was really gloomy today, and it was really cloudy, and I hate cloudy days because it's really depressing. So, I mean, I didn't really do much. I just went to school, and then I watched a bit of Naruto. And I watched. Oh yeah, guys. By the way, if you have any new animes for me to watch, I'm kind of on the last episode of Naruto Shippuden, so I need some new shows to watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it here first. Jeffrey Song is looking for a new.
Yeah, I don't
anime.
have the chat open.
If anyone says anything, I will be sure to let you know, Jeffrey, because I know there's a lot of people who have great anime suggestions in the chat waiting for you, Jeffrey. So I'm just really excited for that, and you know, Jeffrey, I hope that you get some good suggestions out of that. So, did you guys hear that? I think that we are ready to get back into this game here, as Lucas has managed to reconnect. So in a couple of minutes, we will be starting up this game once again. Game 2 of the THSCS semifinals is about to begin. Jeffrey, a user, I am a legit scrub, suggests Boku no Pico.
Wait, what? What is?
I believe that is my support player. Lucas Gomez suggesting Boku no Pico.
If that's a porn, Pico.
Oh, we actually are getting back into game. So Jeffrey, your anime watching will have to go on hold for a little bit. We're gonna actually see early trade right here. Jackson managed to just eat his son right there. So welcome back to the game. It's now 3 minutes in, 2.5 minutes actually. So not a lot really happening so far.
You know, Jack playing a lot of mind games in the chat. He says, "Watch me miss all hooks, trying to make the enemies relax when he in fact is a master hooker."
I mean, we see Jack's amazing Qs actually. It actually was one of Jack's Thresh Qs that ended, that managed to give Ram Ranchers their first loss of the split, as Jack hit an incredible flash Q onto, I think actually it might have been Max's Vayne, which is actually pretty interesting. But that managed to get them the loss and give Ram Ranchers their first loss. So right now, we see Chad playing aggressively here into the enemy jungle. Yeah, once again, Jeffrey.
Again, the ignite instead of the flash. I definitely think he wants to exert the early pressure, like I suggested.
Yeah, and Jeffrey, you're spot on that. As you see, Chad went straight from his entire red side down to his enemy camps to try and spot him out, try and catch him out before went down to those Krugs, and managed to get a couple of them, but not finish him off.
Yeah, but I mean, the Karthus is really good at clearing the Raptors and the Krugs because of the constant AoE damage. Once he gets that blue buff, it's just consistently AoE, and he just clears that red side so fast.
So far, once again, we see actually Eric this time on the Jinx picking up a moderate CS lead. Now it's about 12 above the Vayne. I guess it just comes down to like terms of like priority in this lane. I guess Caitlyn had priority over Jinx, but Jinx definitely has priority over Vayne early on. So gonna be picking up a lot more of these early minions and picking up a bit of a lead for himself early on in this game.
What I think Hecarim should do, despite other than invading the Karthus, is really focus on this top lane, because they don't want the AD damage to get too out of control. Both that, and we saw how strong this Yorick was if they let him get ahead. And the red side actually has a slight gold advantage right now, which was not really solid.
I do think that, once again, I think Kled has a better matchup than Nautilus. We saw him with a few advantageous trades, but that might actually be changed for now. Scar will not pop just yet by Dylan, by Dylan, but looks like for now we're gonna see just some trades back and forth. Gold is pretty even. Oh, we actually see a gank in the mid lane here. Chad is gonna hit the knockup onto Silas, but he's gonna be able to flash out there just in time to save his life. And so for now, not that much. You see a summoner spell on Silas mid lane.
Yeah, we just saw interesting interaction that I thought the viewers would like to know. If you flash while the Hecarim is eating you, you still get knocked back, but you just get knocked back after you flash from the position.
Yeah. Interesting. Thank you for the input, Jeffrey. So right now, just some more trades back and forth. Once again, the Coolkids Club have managed to pick up a slight gold advantage just in terms of farm. I think a lot of that is just in the top lane and bot lane right now. But we're gonna see Ignite actually pop by Lucas. Both ultimates are gonna be used on both sides, but actually Juno does not have the ultimate. That's gonna be first blood picked up. But here comes the Hecarim. He has the Ignite. He has a Nimbus Cloak, and he's just gonna be able to finish him down. Picks up a kill onto Silas. So it's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade, but I do think first blood on the side of Lucas to Silas is gonna be very valuable later on.
Yeah, I don't know if Juno recognized that Silas has stolen his ult, but I don't know why he went back in. Especially since the ult scales more, the more HP or does more damage. The Vanguard ult does more damage, lower HP, so I don't know why he went back in if he knew that he didn't have the ult. Maybe underestimated damage of the ult.
Yeah, I guess this might have been what happened. I guess he just didn't expect that much damage to come out, but definitely a bit of a misplay there by Juno, but Chad was able to capitalize
just from the trade. And we can see from the trade in top lane, the Kled does so much damage, and if they were to engage in a 1-on-1, the Kled would definitely come out on top right now against Europe.
Yeah, Kled has a lot of good ways of like escaping.
Down.
Yeah, that's 2 turret plates on the side of Coolkids Club. That's going to be basically the equivalent of a kill going towards the enemy bot lane. So they're definitely oppressing this Vayne so far.
Actually awesome. I do believe that they're going to go for a drag play. I mean, that would be the smart position. Why else would you push in all the way to turret if you're not going for a drag play? I do believe that's a smart position. As he proves me wrong by oh, he is actually going for the drag. Like I said.
Jack, both junglers are on their bot sides. They both see that Ocean Dragon spawning. So Jeffrey, we're both.
Go in on it.
Oh, good stun land by Juno.
And that was a great block by the.
Looks like Jack's just kind of fishing for hooks right now, trying to look for that. But for now, neither side has really gone for the dragon. So so far we're still waiting on it. We're gonna see a gank in the mid lane. Juno is now the one getting that kill. Has the ultimate while Lucas doesn't. And they're gonna be able to pick that one up. That's gonna be a kill going towards.
Oh, that was a great black shield. Actually, that was a great black shield by the Morgana. The thresh tries to occur, but she used the black shield, and that prevented a potential kill.
Level 6 hit now by both AD carries, while the supports are still sitting at level 5. So for now, does look like they're going to be starting to ramp up a little bit in their damage. BF versus Ramp Scepter Longsword right now. I do think that right now Eric has more damage. We actually see a Rift Herald pick up top side. And that's going to be a Kled ultimate onto the Yorick right here. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. The Kled ult's not going to manage to hit, but they're still going to get that prio in the top lane, especially with the Rift Herald taken down.
After the Kled misses ulti, I don't think like you should commit anything else to that.
Yeah, Dylan managed to flash out of there. Good flash by him to keep his life, to save his life. But yeah, right now, not. But I mean, we see the Rift Herald picked up by Chad.
Set up for a drag, but he's so weak right now. He
oh,
just
wait.
In a minute.
We see actually Chad going aggressively onto Kieran's Karthus, but he actually still does a decent amount of damage. Ultimate's gonna come in on the Sylas, and they're gonna actually manage to capitalize on the Jack. And here comes Max. The ultimate's gonna get popped, and he's gonna pick up another kill onto Eric's Jinx. So that's gonna be 2 kills for the side of Ram Ranchers. They can go for this dragon right now.
Yeah, and Kled is going in, but I don't know if
Kled's actually going in as well in the top lane. But that's gonna be dragon picked up for the side of the Ram Ranchers. They're gonna be able to pick up that first orange Ocean Dragon. As Inferno is gonna be picked up. Jeff, that was my prediction. I was surprisingly incorrect. I think Jiho's here. Jiho, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Are you in spectate right now?
Do you want me to go?
No, Jeffrey. We want you to stay.
Just spectate someone game while on the same timer as well.
Alright, but
I just spectate one of them.
Leaving. I want to sleep.
Yeah, alright, Jeffrey, if there's a game 3, you can go. I guess Gio's gonna stay.
What? Yo, you're lagging so much. I don't know what you're saying.
Hello?
It's working a little bit better, yeah. Right now we're seeing a gold lead going for the side of Cool Kids Club actually. Jiho, I don't know if you caught the last game, but Cool Kids Club managed to take a 35-minute victory over the Ram Ranchers in game 1. So they're looking to close the series out 2-0 right now as they're heading gold. It was pretty close. It was a good 35-minute back and forth game. Well, Cool Kids Club managed to get a couple of team plays at the end of the game and win it.
The hacker room really caused the difference in the game.
Rift Herald's gonna be popped here. Yeah, Chad's Heck Room is back. And it looks like Cool Kids Club are going to be able to pick up this first turret as well. That's going to be another turret going down. First turret of the game going towards Cool Kids Club. They are now about 2,500 gold up, right?
Really smart play by Chad.
Yeah, they saw the place going down, decided just go for it. And
it was questionable at first to trade to get the repel instead of the dragon. What?
We're at 11:20 right now.
I'm a minute behind you guys.
But
oh, we see Dylan going a little bit caught out here. Matt's gonna go in aggressively on this Kled. Ultimate already popped, but it looks like he's gonna be able to get out of alive. The glass Q is not gonna be able to kill him. As
yeah, that Kled does so much damage.
Yeah, combined with that Black Cleaver, just being able to wipe the armor so quickly with those quick auto attacks.
Oh, and that was the Jinx rocket, I believe, but the Yorick did dodge out of the way. It did cost him a 7-second refresh, though.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yo, you're still lagging out so much.
Yeah, the mic's not really working right now. But we're actually gonna see a little bit of a different itemization on the side of Chad. Actually opts for the Triforce before the Warrior enchant this time. But it looks like both junglers are gonna catch themselves each other out here at the Ram Rancher's blue buff. But it looks like neither side really wants to get too aggressive here.
Hello? Hello? Like,
Still a little laggy.
I'm not lagging.
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong.
Maybe unplug your mic or something and try replugging it in.
And before was my no.
Alright, so right now, just a lot of trading back and forth. We see Eric and Jack actually pushed up really heavily into the Cool Kids Club into
What
the
rank
bot
is
lane
that?
right here. What
What
happened?
rank is that?
I think he's around gold. Oh, that's gonna be a bind landing onto the Jinx. Splash ult's going to land. Silverbolt's doing a lot of damage onto the Jinx. His stun is gonna finish him off. That's gonna be a kill for Max, and he's gonna be looking for more. Karthus is also in the area. He's gonna do a lot of crits, and nice Zanya's. Tall is doing lots of work, and then finishing it off with the stopwatch to save his life.
Yeah,
we're
that
gonna
was
pause here,
them
actually.
overextending without a ward.
So the bot lane of Cool Kids Club ended up dying, but it looks like somebody's phone is like messing up on Cool Kids Club. Maybe we can get an interview and ask them about that. If they manage to take the series. But so far, that's a good play by Ram Ranchers. They pick up a kill. They're still down about 2,000 gold, but just getting that kill is just really important for them. So we're gonna start this game back up really quick. Just a quick pause there. Nothing too major.
It's you they see.
No. Another aggressive trade in the mid lane here. He's actually going to dodge the cage here. Juno's ultimate was not stolen by Lucas. And it looks like another trade back and forth. The W's going to heal a lot, and he's going to steal the ultimate and finish him off. But here comes Chad. Has the ultimate damage, but they're going to manage to pick up a kill onto Lucas. He might actually be able to get more onto Karthus. He's actually going to kill him with that final Q. Good job by Kieran to pick up that kill onto Chad. So it's going to be another 2-for-1. Jinx ult's going to miss.
By Kieran.
Yeah, great play on that Karthus right there.
My mic should be good now, but you
yeah.
can't see my camera.
It's better, it's better.
It's my Max that's being weird. Sorry.
That's okay. So right now, it's a 4-kill advantage for Ram Ranchers, but the gold is still in Cool Kids Club's favor as we approach the 15-minute mark. So a good 2-for-1 play there by Ram Ranchers.
I think one of the main things you think about as a jungler, especially as a jungler myself, is what your mental state of your team is. Who's likely to get tilted and who's likely to just not play the game well once they get behind. And this bot lane is already 0-4 in their lane, so I definitely want to try to help them. And I think that Kled is doing really good in his lane, having a 30 CS lead. So I think that we really need to help bot, and that's what they're doing actually, trying to go for the dragon play.
Infernal Dragon is going to get picked up by the side of Cool Kids Club. It's going to be Mountain Soul. Jeffrey, I think you predicted that, so congratulations. You get the correct prediction this time. So it's going to be Mountain Soul for the side of Cool Kids Club. I mean, not for either side, but Cool Kids Club managed to pick up that second dragon. And they're now up about 1,500 gold.
Yeah, and what's interesting is they're down 4. The Cool Kids Club is down 4 kills, but they're still up 2,000 in gold. So you can really see the turret from the Rift Herald really doing his work, and how much that Rift Herald really impacted this game.
Now this
But
is
just going off the team comp, like, I mean, you just didn't want Max to get behind with the Vayne, and he's ahead. Or even if he's not ahead because of gold, he's still in a really good condition.
It is debatable that he's ahead. Wait, how do you check gold?
He has 3 kills, but has 30 CS on him. So yeah, a little bit hard. We're gonna see actually a bit of an aggressive play in the top lane here. Matt Singer might probably just use the ultimate to try to get out safely. Gonna actually use it to knock up Dylan, but Chad eased onto a minion. That might actually prove to be a big mistake. They managed to take down York, and Kieran manages to follow suit. It looks like the Karthus ult Requiem might not be able to take him down, and it looks like he's not going to be able to get a kill off of that.
That was a great play by the Hecarim.
Hecarim actually accidentally eat a minion there instead of the York, but still managed to kill him. And it looks like the rest of Cool Kids Club is going to be collapsing onto Lucas Holland. Lucas actually changed up his build a little bit, but he's still going to fall.
Yeah, why did he overstay there?
Yeah,
like
definitely overstayed.
If he stole Chad's ult, maybe could have done something.
Yeah, maybe. It looked like kind of a lost in the situation for him though. This is something interesting though. We see In the last game, we saw Lucas go for the Luden straight into Death Cap and straight into Death Cap. But in this game, we see him going a lot more tanky, going for that Spirit Visage into
Yeah, I
Iceborne
don't know.
Gauntlet with a WMX.
I don't know. Okay, this is completely separate, but I just want to make this point. But I don't know if Chad is going to finish his warriors. He might just, since he's so ahead, he might just get his second item and not take that warriors anymore and just sell that.
I guess last game.
It's not a bad idea either.
Yeah, last game I guess he just decided Warrior Enchant's more valuable than Triforce early on, just because you want that completed item. But since they are pretty far ahead, going for that early Triforce is definitely gonna be really valuable as we get further.
Yeah, especially I think it was really smart of Chad to make that decision right from the beginning, because I believe he was 3-1 at the beginning with 4 kills on the red side, so he had most of the kills. So he just made that snap decision right away, and I think that's really smart.
An interesting synergy I'm excited to see is this Kled Hecarim synergy to engage a fight. We all know that Hecarim's passive is that he increases attack damage with the more move speed he gets, but just combined with that Kled ultimate, he's going to be doing so much damage and going so fast, running straight into the enemy team. Might be able to even one-shot a member of Cool Kids Club in one of these early. I'm sorry, a member of Ram Ranchers in one of these later fights.
I'm just scared about Ram Ranchers late game, and that's a nice comp to have late game.
Yeah, it's definitely a really scary late game comp. I agree. But we do have Jinx. We do have Jinx and Veigar on the side of Cool Kids Club. We try and counteract that a little bit. I do think that Kled and Hecarim do fall off a little bit as you get a little bit later into the game, but both are still going to be valuable champions, especially given this lead that Chad has right now.
And surprisingly, what's up?
I think I would try to take the Rift Herald right now since they have 2 minutes left and they have the top lane dominance, but it does seem like he's trying to make something happen right there.
Good call by Jeffrey, as Rift Herald is going to get started up by Cool Kids Club. Kieran is just going to continue to farm in this jungle right now. Has the components for his Leandry is almost done, but it looks like the Rift Herald is going to be taken with no contest by the side of Cool Kids Club. CKK had their Rift Herald right now.
It's really not that big of a deal to get Rift Herald like once you're 15 minutes in, but it's still just a nice objective to pick up if you have nothing else to do on that top side.
Yeah.
If you have a full comp, you can definitely, like if Juno can poke out someone like to half health, he can definitely, the Rift can definitely be pulled to at least 1. It's definitely possible.
Wow, looks like Cool Kids Club is going really aggressively into this spot mid lane and hit middle lane inner turret. It looks like it might actually pose a little bit of a problem here. Matt looks like he's a bit caught out, and he's going to manage to fall to Vayne. Meanwhile, Silas, this tanky Silas this time, flashed over the wall by Max. Going to be able to do so much damage. He managed to take down Juno and Jack. A huge overextension there by the side of Cool Kids Club as Ram Ranchers find 3 in the mid lane.
Jeffrey, what is that sound?
Jeffrey wants to go to sleep, so he doesn't want to game 3. So he's sad.
Oh, okay. Jeffrey, gotta stay if there's a game 3.
Jeffrey, it's gonna be the most hyped game of the THSCS so far.
Actually, we'll be behind POA and SKT, but SK that.
Yeah, no, we don't talk about that game. Didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Ram Ranchers are gonna start this first Mountain Drake of the game. They're gonna be able to pick that up. The Dragon lead is now 2-1 in favor of Ram Ranchers. CKK is still up about 1,500 gold. Jinx actually was pretty close and almost managed to take down that Dragon. But Cool Kids Club is still up in gold despite the kill advantage and that one team fight there by Ram Ranchers.
That Vayne is already so scary. She has the board completed, and she's 501 right now. This will be really scary once she gets that second item going.
Surprisingly, actually, she's down in gold to Eric just due to that 40 CS lead that he has.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what item that is. Our ADC main, what item is that? Pickaxe, longbow.
He's going for a Runan. I mean, Rage Blade.
Oh, he's going Rage Blade.
Yeah.
Okay, nerd. Yeah, the Hecarim is trying to go for a Visage, I believe.
Either Visage, yeah, probably Visage, right?
Oh no, he got a Cinder.
Oh, so I guess he's going for that Triforce into
Tank.
Cinder Hulk kind of ability.
No, he didn't go. Did he? Oh yeah. I'm on delay because I'm watching the stream audio.
We see another pause coming through. I think it has to do with some phone call or something. This has happened twice already, and there's been 3 pauses in this game so far. So,
I mean, Jack's in the game. What do you expect?
I don't even think it's Jack. I think Lucas DC the first game, and like there's been 2 random pauses by Cool Kids Club because of somebody's phone.
I'm
Why
definitely.
are you?
It could be Jack, and we would
Yeah,
not know.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Jack, honestly. But we're going to see
Um,
the
Andrew, are you standing right now?
I am standing.
Oh, I gotta do that.
I decided to go for a different approach. I don't know. I kind of like it.
I'll do that. I'll do that. I'm gonna do that. Last game. It's just this game. I can't. I don't feel like I'm doing much.
So, yeah. So that Iceborne Gauntlet is finished up by Lucas in the side on that Silas. Once again, going for a bit more of a tanky build instead of that heavy AP build that he had in the last game with the Death Cap and Lichbane. So, a bit of a change up here, but it's proven to be effective. He did a really good job in that last team fight. We see Max get his back canceled there by Hecarim. Dragon's gonna be spawning in about 3 minutes, so we don't have that many objectives to fight for in the next for a little bit.
Is tank Silas a thing?
Um,
Because I know Wayne doesn't go tank Silas. Wayne loves carry Silas.
we see the Fiendish Codex in
Who's
inventory
gonna
for
do a
Silas
TP?
as well. So I guess he's going for those 2 early tank items. I mean, both of those items work so well on Silas just in general. I mean, especially with that W max build. The auto attacks combined with Iceborne Gauntlet with the passive spins are gonna be really big, as well as the Spirit Visage amplifying his healing on the W. So definitely makes a lot of sense. And I think tank Silas is okay in certain situations, but he is building for some more AP as well. Might be going for Zanya's right now. But once again, yeah, this 5-kill Vayne is going to be really scary. Rage Blade now completed onto this Vayne. Going to be doing tons of damage to add on to those 5 kills. Rift Herald's going to get spawned in the bot lane. Good push there, but we might actually see a bit of a gank here. Matt might be a little bit overextended. Ult's going to get canceled as Scarl gets knocked off, and it looks like it's going to be a quick kill for Ram Ranches. Dylan's going to pick that up.
Did you say Scarl gets knocked off?
Sorry, yeah, something like that. Well, you know, in the mid lane, Lucas can actually walk straight past that cage just due to the black shields on him. He takes down Juno to about half health, but is not able to finish him off any further. But with a 4v5, I think Varian can get a lot of objectives here. Dylan's already pushing onto this turret.
So I wanted to talk about beforehand how I actually think there's a lot of, not pressure, but call is actually really important to this team comp because, for being honest, like Vayne and Karthus do insane amounts of damage, right?
Yeah.
And that Veigar cage is probably the thing that's gonna stop them, or the Hecarim going all the way in, diving, flash,
Or even
ult.
like a thresh hook or something. It's gonna be there's so much CC
Yeah,
on
anything
the
like
side
that.
of Kuka's Club. Yeah.
That Morgana Black Shield is the thing that can literally make or break the game, a team fight. So, I mean, and that is the first pro, that is my vote for first pro all support. So,
I mean, we haven't really seen Jack show up this game with the hooks, but I do want to see a hook changing the outcome of a fight because that hook is really important for this game.
We saw a hook change the outcome of a game the last time these two teams played, but hold on, this might be a bit of an interesting scenario here. We see Baron started up by Coolkiss Club. Jungler is currently back. Kieran is now in base. There's 4 members on the Baron. I think Coolkiss Club might be able to pick this up. Actually,
If Kieran just ulti,
oh! Try to get executed by the Baron, and this looks like it might be a turn here. Here comes Lucas into the backline. Actually, the Karthus Requiem's going to do a lot of damage. Going to manage to take down Juno here in this fight, and Lucas able to flash out a lot, save his life for now. But overall, a bit of a failed attempt at the Baron there by Kuka's Club. Threw a bit of their lead away there as you do get a kill. Meanwhile, Matt doing his work in the side lane, getting that bottom inner turret.
it's a nice effort. They were trying to go for objective. Not much was up. All 3 lanes were pushed up. There's not much they can do. I mean, they could just chose to do nothing and let the enemy team respond, but I guess they wanted to make something happen. And I mean,
they really do. I mean, they know that the longer this game goes, the farther they go behind. I mean, it makes sense.
Getting executed by a Baron isn't that big of a deal. And also, they are trying to start the dragon right now.
Now with the jungler dead, you do see a 3rd dragon picked up here by Ram Rancher. They're now on soul point, and Mountain Soul is going to be huge on some of these members like Yorick, like Silas, so it's going to be big for them.
I don't know if he's going to be able to.
So Dylan's still doing a lot of split pushing here on the side lane. He's going to take that second turret.
If he can just land it in between these minions.
There's going to be a hook here, incoming. Looks like if Flay's going to land backwards. 2 members now make it 3 going towards Dylan here. Might be able to get that kill, but there comes the cage combined with that come out with that Veigar ult, sorry. Gonna be managed to
And
take him
Veigar
down.
didn't even
But here
use
comes a
his ult.
flank here. The rest of Ram Rangers want to come and re-engage. Here comes Max into the backline. Gonna manage to take down Chad. He's looking for more. Meanwhile, they're gonna be doing a lot of damage here. Matt's Scarl gets popped. Ultimate does not manage to do that much. Now here comes Lucas. The hook's gonna barely miss. Paul is very low health, but Vayne is just so scary right now. Vayne was left untouched in that fight and managed to almost get a triple kill there onto many members. Just barely missed out on some extra kills there. So despite it looking bad for Ram Ranchers at the beginning, it ended up working pretty evenly for them as they do manage to go 2 for 1.
Yeah, that's a visage out of the Heck Room, showing respect to the Carthage and the Silas, but that's gonna put them vulnerable to the Vayne.
Yeah. Stacking health against Vayne is still going to be valuable just due to the Silver Bolt true damage that comes out. So I don't think
He's
that...
still gonna deal just so much damage though.
Yeah, I agree. Max is just going to do so much damage. Now has components for a Phantom Dancer, I think, work in that inventory. So going to be going for that next. Meanwhile, Eric is still doing a pretty good job farming up. I'm going to have that red buff for the next couple of minutes here. As Dragon is already taken, but Baron is now alive. And I think a win team fight can be Baron for either side.
I really think CKK has to play front to back in terms of letting Eric. I mean, it depends how much trust they have in Eric, but kind of give Eric a chance to carry. I mean, like I like the idea of Chad going through the backline, but he kind of needs to. If their team is so heavy engaged on Juno and the Jinx, like they should just stay back and try to protect.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's not much you can really do when a Silas flash engages on you.
Yeah, it's
So-
an interesting. It's very interesting in terms of just the team comps overall. Like both of these champions in the top jungle for CKK, really like to do are tanky, but they do like to go deep into the enemy backline. So it kind of leaves CKK a bit exposed if they both manage to dive. So definitely gonna have to peel for this Veigar and Jinx as you get to the later game team fight. So they're gonna be doing a lot of damage.
The fact is, the red side is going for a 1-3-1 formation right now, and I believe that if they were to engage in a skirmish in mid, the blue side will win.
Oh,
Just
we
with
see
the-
Kledalt run here. Charge is gonna land a good flash by Kieran to keep him alive for now. And it looks like he's gonna get away with his life, but with the flash down on
Oh,
the
look,
jungler.
Hecarim wants to engage on Silas. I don't think he knows he's there.
Yep, Silas is gonna be able to recall, but with the flash down, and it looks like a little bit of a reset here by the side of Ram Ranchers. They're not gonna go for that Baron. They saw what happened before, so it looks like they're gonna just instead go for a bit of a reset. Gonna try to get some of these lanes pushed out.
Personally, I would have gone for the Baron there. The Yorick was by 4 people were at base. I think
Yorick
the
at TP. Yorick at TP.
Hmm?
Yorick at TP.
Yeah, it's definitely risky. It definitely would have been.
I like the
risky.
idea though, Jeffrey. I like the idea of Baron because they really need to, because of just the win condition of late game. They don't win late game, but at the same time, you mess up the Baron play again, and that's game. Because then you give up Baron, right?
I think
So they're gonna push out the waves, and then you lose Mountain, and then you lose Soul, and then you lose the game. So
I think letting this Vayne get ahead was the major flaw in the game of the red side. I think that she's going to be such a big problem, and the only way that they're going to come back is a hook on the Vayne on the side, or they catch out Vayne.
I don't know if you guys saw. Oh wait, sorry, Jeffrey. You can
they
finish.
do that tall.
No, I don't know if you guys saw, but Jack I think tried to ward, but instead popped his stone plate. Just thought I'd put that out there.
But also, like, if we're comparing CKK and Ram Ranchers, right? Ram Ranchers bot lane I consider very strong. Focus Club, I don't. They're not bad, but they're just not.
You're saying that in a game. Oh wait, you're saying Ram Ranchers. Okay, go ahead.
So I think in a game where you're saying that they need to kind of get the Vayne behind, you're kind of limiting Matt and Juno because, like, not saying they're handicapped, but in terms of compared to Ram Ranchers, the bot lane is a handicap. So you're asking Chad to focus on a lane that's already behind, which I would play more to my strengths. That's just the type of player I am, where in general I would want my team to focus on my
Oh
strengths.
shoot, wait guys, I might have to interrupt you a little bit. We see an interesting situation right here. The dragon's gonna be spawning here, but it looks like Cool Club, instead of fighting for the soul, are gonna be going for the Baron instead, so it's gonna be a bit of a trade. I do think that Ram Ranchers have kind of realized what's going on. They do have the Mountain Soul for a fight if they decide to contest, but it's gonna be a trade of objectives here, back and forth. We're gonna see Cool Club pick up the Baron, while Ram Ranchers pick up the soul, but overall I do think Ram Ranchers do end up winning out on the trade.
Oh yeah.
Mountain Soul is
I
just so
think-
valuable, especially on some of these tanky members on your team. Getting that soul is just so important. And we see, even with that Baron buff, like we do see like Dylan continue to split push on this Yorick, doing a lot of work in these side lanes right now. Yeah, so far.
I think you gotta make it happen with this Baron, or else you give up so for nothing. Like try to make something happen. You have
Yeah.
to make a play happen right now.
Coolkiss Club are gonna have to make an aggressive play with this Baron buff. Honestly, it's still really hard, even though you do get that bonus stats from the Baron buff. Just that bonus shield on the Mountain Soul is just so massive in some of these fights that can be decided by just a few abilities. So I do think that a fight will really be close, as the gold has swung a little bit in favor of Coolkiss Club. A lot of that is just given to the one, just because of that 1.5 gold that you get when you kill the Baron. But yeah, it's like this power play is gonna mean a lot.
Just stall. I mean, what? Think they can end the game in 3 minutes with Baron?
I mean, they're gonna have to
Yeah,
at least get
they
a
don't-
they're gonna have to at least get an
They don't win a
inhibitor.
team fight. They don't win a team fight, so I don't understand the plan of
The
so.
Vayne definitely out damages like pretty much everyone on Cuckoo's Club.
You're gonna need to try to like get like something here, like even if it's like just an inhibitor tower, just to try to get some pressure onto the map. Because if you if the Baron buff wears off and you guys just are faced against a team with a Yorick
Yeah, they
and
didn't even
Silence
get
both
hurt.
with Mountain Soul, it's gonna be really hard. But it looks like they're not gonna be able to get that much out of it yet. We actually see Kled ult.
I heard it too.
It looks like the ultimate's still off of cooldown. It might have just been a bug. I don't know exactly, but looks like Kled still has ultimate available for now. But he looks like this Yorick and Kled are just gonna continue to pushing in the side lanes. I do think that Kled has the advantage for now, just because he has that Baron enough minions. But there's actually 2 members of Ram Ranchers on this spot side. Might be able to make a collapse.
Eric, nice.
Oh,
yes, I
nice,
appreciate it.
nice hook landing onto Lucas here. He's gonna pop the Zanya. Zach's gonna use the stone plate as well. We see a double stun on the bot lane of Ram Ranchers. This could be big. Actually, nobody ends up dying there. It looks like Juno is not able to capitalize on the fact that Vayne and Morgana were both stunned under that Veigar cage. So, looks like for now, this next push is gonna be really important. This might be one of your last pushes that you have with this Baron buff. You're gonna need to make something happen with this.
I don't think they can do anything. I think they just lost it.
Zanya is
I
down.
gotta watch the fight, so I'll be analyst.
Okay, so we do
That's
see
a
a
flash.
flash out of the Kled to try and save him for now. We see a hook land onto Tall. This could be huge. He's gonna come in, get stunned in by the Hecarim, but he is gonna use his Zanya to save his life. That's gonna be Tall going down, as well as Lucas. Looks like Coolkiss Club can go for an aggressive play here. Vayne is still alive though. They're actually gonna be diving this turret. This could prove to be a bit of a mistake. It looks like 4 members are gonna be taking down Chad. Looks like Dylan's gonna fall as well. Vayne is still alive right now. Hook's gonna land on the Karthus. This is a big fight. It might have to be. This might decide the game right now. It's gonna be a 1v3, make it a 2v3, and it looks like it's gonna be Juno alive. That's a 4-4-5 on the side of Coolkiss Club. The Q barely misses to finish off Juno, and it looks like Juno is the only person left alive.
He needs to get this Nexus turret.
So Coolkiss Club get exactly what they need out of that. They do get a 1 team fight. They get the inhibitor. They're not going to be able to really push for the end here just because of the death timers. Might be able to get a tower or 2, but I don't even know if that's possible. But huge fight there. That was a 4-for-5. I mean, this just proves how close these fights are going to be.
Oh wow, that was a great team fight. I just watched it.
Another thing.
Yeah, he
I
can't
wanna
end,
mention-
right?
No, he did not end. Another thing we want to mention here is just Coolkiss Club fought that entire team fight under tower. So like they had tower like providing consistent damage, and they still managed to win that fight. So I do think Max was dealing a lot of damage there, but you're gonna have to have some better positioning, and you gotta hope that you don't get caught.
I mean, it also goes back to the idea of what I talked about, how important Tall is to their team comp, and Tall dying first definitely hurt them.
I mean, Jack also did a great job there, landing that hook to engage the fight. I mean, I think it's gonna have to come down to
that
whether
was beautiful engage by Jack.
whether Jack can
Full
like
time.
if Jack can be able to like get a hook onto one of the carries to start a fight. I do think that Coolkiss Club are in advantage here. But
I think if there's one person that you target on the blue side, it will definitely be the Morgana, because you know the Vayne is going to be in the back with the Guardian Angel. You know you can't get to her, and even if you do, she's gonna have 2 lives, so it's gonna be so hard if you try to focus her. So you just try to pop her Guardian Angel, and then the Karthus, once he dies, he still does so much damage. So you always try to get the Morgana down first to get her Zonias out and her Black Shield out.
Elder Dragon about to spawn here. While we do see Cool Kids Club without the soul, if they can pick up this Elder, it could be game-changing in these later team fights. Looks like this might be a fight that decides the game and decides whether Cool Kids Club are going to sweep or we're going to go for a game 3.
Yeah, this fight is more about just
Oh, we see Jack land a hook onto the Silas, but it's not going to do enough. That Silas is still pretty tanky. Has the Zanyus completed, working towards that Leandri, so has a lot of health on him right now. A lot of the members of Cool Kids Club are really tanky.
Oh, he did steal the Cloud out. The Silas did steal the Cloud out. And he will be using
He's going to use the Cloud out to engage here. They're going to get a nice engage onto Matt. It looks like Jinx is going to instantly fall. Eric dies, but we see a big Veigar cage in the middle as well. We see a bit of a split team fight here. Max is going to be able to finish off the Vayne, finish off Kled, and here he goes into the rest of the team. York's going to finish off Chad, and they're going to be on to Jack to finish it off, and that's going to be a clean ace picked up by the side of Ram Natures. That is a huge team fight win for them. I was not expecting that to happen. The gold is even. They're going to pick up this Elder Dragon with that 4 Dragon Elder buff. It's going to be crazy in this next team fight. They have the inhibitor down, so they aren't going to be able to end the game just yet. But we see Dylan immediately TP to the top lane to try and get some objectives off of these death timers right now. They're pretty massive right now for Cool Kids Club. 15 seconds on Eric still, and 30 seconds on Juno. They might even be able to go for Baron here.
Wow, what a great engage by Lucas.
Lucas with the incredible ult on the Silas steals the Kled ult and says, hey, I can do that better. Decides to engage into the team, gets a good kill, gets a good catch onto Matt, and Max also just does a great job of just wiping down that entire team. And Baron is going to be picked up for the side of Cool Kids Club, for the side of the Ram Ranchers, as the inhibitor does not fall for Dylan.
Yeah,
looks like we're going to a game 3, Jeffrey.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate. Jack was on the opposite side of the map. He wasn't near the dragon pit. It's whatever.
Dude, and Max did not even lose his Guardian Angel throughout that entire fight. That's going to be huge. This is just so massive on this Vayne right now. The team is really relying on him to deal a bunch of damage. You saw him basically solo kill that Jinx in that fight. And
then he solo killed Matt.
Yeah, so he managed to like basically 2v1 while the rest of his team was getting caught out by Jack by Chad and Juno. So looks like both of these guys
Max is gonna go next item.
Yeah, I mean if you ask for an MVP for this game, I think it's pretty clear it's the Vayne.
Yeah, Max has the BS sword. I wouldn't be surprised to see an IE actually.
Really? I was thinking Mercurial Scimitar might be the best for him.
Ooh,
if he wants to go ultra safe.
Yeah, especially for that CC.
But I mean, if he has non-soul and Guardian, I guess he doesn't need to.
Well, we see the Elder Dragon on the side of Ram Ranchers plus the Baron. Looks like Cool Kids Club definitely do not want to fight here. They could even go for 2 inhibitors here. Take down the mid one, and it looks like they're going to be rotating towards this one top lane. We see the inhibitor still down in the mid lane on the side of Cool Kids Club, but it's about to respawn. So Ram Ranchers are going to get their inhibitor back with 2 down for the side of Ram Ranchers. And it doesn't look like they're going to be able to force a team fight with that Elder buff. But definitely valuable. Just having that pressure, is being able to get those 2 inhibitors down is going to be really valuable.
I would be really surprised if Cool Kids Club can come back from this. I mean, the Vayne's already, he does more damage than probably the entire looking red team, and the Yorick is like more tanky than anyone on the red team as well.
This has already been the best series that we've seen in the THSCS so far. Everything's been 2-0s and pretty dominant 2-0s at that. But now seeing 2 really close games being decided past 35 minutes, it's gonna be really exciting. I mean, I'm having a great time right now. I hope you guys are too. So we see a Thornmail actually picked up by Silas here. So he's actually going really tanky. Has the Leandri and the Zanyas, but is working towards the Bramble Vest next. So gonna be pretty tanky Silas going into the backline of these enemy team, especially with that Mountain Soul.
See the maiden. She comes for you.
Jeff, you're gonna stay for game 3?
No.
Oh my, this guy.
Ram Ranchers does have a bit of an advantage, have definitely collected a lot of momentum off of that push. But if you look at here, both 80 carries are at their full builds right now. Both can be really scary. It basically comes down to whoever dies first, whichever ADC dies first ends up probably going to win the game. Both have the GA, so it's going to be hard to kill either of them. But both
I just can't see a scenario where the Vayne dies first. I mean, Black Shield him, right? Black Shield him, because they both have stuns.
Yeah,
like
their only possibility is if you get a Miracle Hook onto Vayne by the Thresh and maybe able to break them out. Oh, we see Lucas pick up the Silas ult here. I mean, we see Silas pick up the Kled ult here. could be valuable here as Ram Ranchers go for this third and final inhibitor on the side of Cool Kids Club. Looks like we could be going for a game 3 here, as we see tons of minions pushing into the base of Cool Kids Club right now. Looks like we're gonna see a bit of defense here, but we might see this game. We might see a game-ending push here. "41 minutes into this one, Ram Ranchers have developed a gold lead of about 4,000, but it doesn't even really matter at this point. A lot of this just comes down to these late-game team fights. We're going to see Thresh miss the hook for now, but it looks like he's going to have that off cooldown shortly, and it looks like with 3 inhibitors down, Ram Ranchers are going to try to just like suffocate Cool Kids Club into their own base. We see a hook land onto Dylan.
They playing so beautifully. This is so beautiful.
This is exactly what you want to do if you have 3 inhibitors down and you have a really fed Vayne on your team. Keep clearing these waves and keep letting these super minions push into the enemy base, because eventually you're not going to have enough to really contest it. We actually see Matt get stunned up a little bit. Starrick's going to get popped, but we see Lucas actually get stunned up by the Veigar cage. Glacial Augment with the GLP is going to slow him but not kill him. We see Elder Dragon spawn in about a minute, and you know both sides are going to want that real quick. Cledol's actually going to be used to get to the Dragon Pit quicker, but honestly, it's going to be really hard for Cool Kids Club to really even get into the base, get into that Dragon Pit.
They could push 3 inhibs. They could push 3 inhibs and then just go straight to Elder and Baron and do both.
Looks like
if you aren't going to get the 2 Nexus turrets there, and then you got the inhib, that invalidates 3 lanes of minions for them, because the super minions just kills off all the minions, so they basically have nothing to farm now.
Yeah, but you did get the 3 inhibs. It really forces you to like just have somebody in base at all times, just clearing waves. You can't really stack 5 people in a lane. Otherwise, like the minions are just gonna overpower you in that base and take down some Nexus turrets. So we're gonna see the Elder Dragon spawn shortly, but we might see another little trade here. The rest of Cool Kids Club are going towards that Baron, and it might look like we might see another trade in objectives here. Baron for Elder Dragon. Elder Dragon's getting started up, but we actually see Cledol pop. They're going to try to go for this inhibitor here. Dylan's going to be able to stop them, Dylan's going to try and stop them, but it looks like they're going to try to go for this inhib here. And it looks like mid inhibitor is going to get picked up, so good play. Great play there by Cool Kids Club. It looks like they might even be going for the end here. This is going to be a big play. They only have 1 Nexus turret available right now, and it looks like the rest of Ram Ranchers is here to contest. The Nexus is about to fall. There goes the Nexus. It's open, but here comes Max. He's doing so much damage on this Vayne, and that's not going to be enough. 4 members of Cool Kids Club managed to fall. Make that 4, and you know they really just tried to force the base race there, but it's not going to be enough. That Elder Dragon just managed to wipe the entire side of Cool Kids Club, and we are going to a game 3. That was an exciting game.
That was a really good play by the blue-red side.